Bitcoin continues its slide. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video. Trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets, and trading is the most hardest thing you'll ever do, and it takes a long time to become a good trader. So this video is just educational only. If you're struggling with your trading right now, then click on the very first link in the description. We're going to learn a free training, the 7 universal laws to become a master trader that will boost your success, consistency, and confidence without spending a decade trying to figure it out. Click on the very first link in the description right now. Hey traders, just want to give you a quick market update, a quick update on Bitcoin. What's happening in Bitcoin right now? And it's really, oh my goodness, you guys have watched this action, right? I hope you guys, if you guys are brand new to the market, or if you are brand new to the market right now, or even if you've been involved in the markets for a few years, and you're seeing what's happening with Bitcoin, please take this as a warning that once what goes up really quickly is going to retrace almost all of it. And so as we can see, right, big run up. And I believe we're just continuing this down and down. And look at the slide, right? Another nice new lower low, or a lower low. The high is 20,000. We're right now down basically at 9,000. That's over a 50% retracement in the markets. And the market is, guess what? And the market is doing what? It's doing lower highs, breaking of lows, breaking down. So this is on a landslide. Bitcoin on a landslide on the downside, and it's so interesting. The media has gone quiet. Why has the media gone quiet for? why gone quiet for, media? It's so interesting. It's like, my goodness. And you guys know, right? I was at around about the 15, 16,000 mark. I didn't know how high I was going to go, but I said, I was saying this thing's a bubble and just stay away from it, So I think around 13, 14,000, I started doing videos, and I did another one around the 17,000 mark. I didn't know it was going to go to 20. The way everyone was talking, it was like, oh my goodness, Bitcoin is going to what? Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000. It's going to go to $1 million. And all the people that are holding Bitcoin right now are absolutely getting their head handed to them. Absolutely getting their head handed to them. Now, what do you think? What do you think? Personally, if you own Bitcoin, leave a comment. Leave a comment in the chat box below and let me know what you're thinking. Because I never invested in Bitcoin at all. No, I didn't miss out on anything because I knew what was going to happen. I, in fact, was trying to buy put options. If I could buy a couple of year put option on Bitcoin, you better believe I'll be all over that, like a fat kid loves cake, or white on rice, or as much as I love pizza. Something like that. Anyway, so that's what I see there. This thing's likely to continue to retracing down for majority of the bubble through here. And as you can see, it's just had a big retracement. Is this the end of Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't know if this is the end of Bitcoin. The Wolf of Wall Street calls this, this thing's going to keep going down and down and down, basically down to zero. I don't know about that, but the thing is, okay, where would be a good time to get into Bitcoin if you want to start to ride this next wave? Where is a good time? We'd simply just go back to the chart itself, and I'll show you this here. I know this sounds really simple, but let's go back to the chart itself here for a minute. Let's see if I can bring up the weekly chart here. Let's see if the weekly chart has anything here. All right, so I'm going to bring up the weekly chart. I'm going to go back to 2015. Now, where would be a good time for you to start entering into the markets? Well, we're going back here in 2015, right? And I know this sounds really simple, but it just is that simple, okay? So, what do we see here? And this is what I'll be looking for. This is if you want to be looking to get back into Bitcoin, this is what you should be looking for. We made a lower high, actually a slight higher high. You can see a bit of a bottom through here, and then we made a higher high action, and then as we made this higher high action, and as this market starts to come down, what you're saying is, okay, I'm going to get in on the break. I'm going to get in on the break of this level through here. So that's what you would say. So I'm looking to get into, I'm looking to get in on a break of basically that level through there. So we're going to get in on a break of that level through there, of a new high, and we're going to have a stop just below the low, right? So that's basically what we're going to do. So therefore, bam, you would have entered there. Now, I had no idea what was going to happen here, by the way, guys. I didn't know what was happening here. So you'd enter in there, you would have it like an exit, and you'll have an enter order to get in on a new high. Now, where would your stop be? If you got in on this high, where would your stop be? Now remember, it's all about having tight stops, massive profit targets. Tight stops. So if you're looking for a big ride, big Bitcoin ride, and you're looking for a longer term trade, what you want to do is you still want to have a stop. So you would have a stop at the low of this bar here. See right? Let me open this right up. Can you see right there? Can you see how that low of the bar right there? This is where you'd have your stop, and as the market runs up like that, and now I didn't do this, but I'm just showing you, right? This is a clear classic momentum trade. Exactly what you actually see here is exactly what I trade in the markets. I love that setup. Just love it. Love it. Anyway, so as this market runs up, what would you do? Well, just call this your stop here, right here. Call that your stop. You would then move that to break even. Okay, and then maybe even slight profit, and you'd leave it there, and you say, all right, this is a bit of a long-term trade, and you would just simply watch it, and as it comes down, it's like, oh look, oh, did I get tagged out? Probably not yet. Again, if you're slightly in profit, or if that's a break even, that's a break even there, and as the market continues doing its thing, you know, you can see it came down through there. It didn't actually tag you through there, and then you enjoy. Again, you enjoy the ride coming up from there, and that's when everything just started going crazy. And even if you did get tagged out through here, what would you be looking for? You'd be looking for a break of a. So just say you brought your stop up to here, right? And you're waiting for this. This thing came down, tagged you out here. What would you be looking for? Well, simple, right? Simple stuff. What would you be looking for? You'd be saying, okay, cool. What's happening right now in the markets? The market is doing what? It has ran up, it's came down, it's came up. The overall market's there stepping up. Came up, slight little pullback. I'm now going to put I'm now want to get in on, if the market starts to get up above there, I'm going to have an entry there, and I'm also going to have a stop just below here as well too. All right, so if I enter the market here, I'm going to have a stop below. Remember, short stops, massive profit targets. That's the name of the game, right? So basically, break of new high. So you'd probably be tagged in on that bar there. Where would your stop be? Your stop would be here. Okay, so there's your stop would be there. So you'll calculate that margin, right? Calculate that margin. And what you would do is, if you're looking for a shorter term trade, is just like, okay, what is three times my risk? So if you're risking, and I'm going to use this as a dollar term here, okay? And say, just say, okay, every single time you enter the market, you're not going to risk any more than $500. All right, but your profit target is going to be $1,500. Do you see how that makes sense? Right, so it's not the stop that determines your risk. It's how many contracts, how much you put on there. You want to make sure that wherever the stop is, you adjust your position sizes so it has no more than, say, i.e. $500 risk every single time. But then you're going for a $1,500 profit target. And then you just do that every single time. Break new highs and so on and so forth, right? And then as you can see, that actually would have worked. I had no idea what was going to happen there, but you can see that actually would have worked quite nicely there for a 3 times target. Or if you believe in it long term, well, then you would get in on a new high. You would have your stop at break even. So therefore, you would, and then you would just ride it if you believe in long term there. And you could even use the lows of the bars through here. So the lows, that was a low there. You would have got tagged out through there. What happened through here? And then the market continued up and so on and so forth. Makes sense? So again, it just depends on what you want to do. What do we have here? We have a nice little high here. What would you do? Here's where you would look to enter in on a nice breakup above that. Nice breakup to new highs. And that is just one of the simplest strategies you can use, guys. Even try this on Forex. You know what I mean? Like, it just, especially when you've got a nice flowing market, and then as you can see, this market then absolutely just took off from there, and then just went from there. So that's the strategy. Again, look, see new highs. Look at that there. Pullback, break up to new highs. Pullback, break up to new highs. So see how simple that is. And this works on, look at that here, right? Pullback, break up to new highs, and so on and so forth. It just continues on. And this is using a weekly chart, by the way. If you go back and look at the daily chart, it's a lot more defined, a lot more simpler. Again, this is just using a simple weekly chart. So if I was looking to get in on a chart, what do you think would be a very high probability trade to get in on if you're looking at Bitcoin? You would do what? You'd wait for if this market started to run up and started creating a new high, so high, come back down, little pullback, and then as this market started breaking up new high, enter here. Okay, you're risking X amount of money, so you got to accept that risk. So you're risking, say, $500 to adjust your position, but you're looking for 3 times your target. And just do that every single time. Even if you're 50-50 right, toss a coin, right? 50-50 right. You're doing well as well. So anyway, guys, there's a bit of a Bitcoin on the landslide, but how I would be trading Bitcoin if I was looking to take a position in Bitcoin, and what would I be looking for to trade that market as well.